Hey, what's up, guys? Houston here. Look, if you've been turned down by your bank or credit union for a business loan or a startup loan, I'm going to tell you exactly why, but at the same time, I'll show you 7 different places that will actually give you a loan if you have revenue in the business. Now, I'm not talking about 10, 15, $20,000 a month revenue. You don't have to have that type of revenue in the business. I'm talking about long as you have some type of revenue in your business, these lenders will work with you. Because when you have a business going and you can't get loans and stuff, it makes you lose sleep because you don't know how to keep the business going or you don't know how to grow the business. Now, the first lender we're going to be talking about is Fair Figure. All right. Now, the interesting thing about Fair Figure is Fair Figure, they offer loans on a business credit card. All right. Now, here's what I want you all to understand. With Fair Figure, they are a business credit reporting system. Okay. So if you want to know what your net 30, what your paydex score is like, what your Experian, your Equifax payment scores is like, that's what they do. They're similar to NAV. All right. Now, here's the thing about it. As you can see, they work with Equifax, Fundex, Credit Safe, Experian, and TransUnion. Now, in order to get a loan, they do not look at your personal credit, okay? What they do, once you sign up for this, they calculate through a Fundex score. And so they want you to have at least a 30 Fundex score. Now, here's the interesting thing about this, so you understand that you don't have to have a whole lot of revenue going into your business bank account. So what I mean is that with them, long as you have $2,000 plus a month, you've been in business for at least 90 days. Okay. Now I'm talking to those, like, even if you're in the gig economy, like Uber, Lyft drivers, delivering food or whatever, you can qualify for this if you are an established business generating revenue. Okay, so that's 2,000 in monthly revenue, not at least 90 days. Okay, and a 30 Fundex score, and it has nothing to do if you have a high Paydex score, if you have a Duns number, if you have net 30s. None of that matters when it comes to this company. It's all about what type of revenue is actually coming in, and your credit does not matter as well. All right, so about it with NAV. All right, and why I think people should have NAV. Check this out. They not only give you access to your Experian file, your Equifax file, your Dun and Bradstreet file. However, they also, just like Fair Figure, they give you access to your credit reports. All right. Now, here's the thing about it. With the credit reports they give you access to, they're giving you access to a Vantage 3 credit report. All right. So that's not your FICO score credit report. That is a Vantage 3 credit report. Now, in terms of where do you go to use a Vantage 3 credit report? I made videos on it, and I'll be making more videos on it because right now with your Vantage 3 and Vantage 4, those are your low-hanging fruit as well to help you get funding on the business and personal side also. Now, here's what I like about it is because not only do you get this here card, you can get multiple trade lines. You get multiple trade lines from this. So you get 2 trade lines from this here when you open up the bank account plus with the business credit card. All right. So they give you 2 trade lines. All right. So that's what I like about this here institution. You're not just getting one card, you're getting multiple cards. So for those of you that are trying to build up your business credit as well as get funding, and again, they're not tripping off if you don't have a high Paydex score, if you don't have a personal credit. They're not looking at that. Their main focus again is the revenue that's coming in. All right. See your business credit building, impact, and secure funding. All right. So they actually give you those options. All right. Here's another one. This is Lenda. Now, if you're in the gig economy with Lenda, what they do, they offer up to $5,000, okay, on a cash advance. All right. Now, as I said, no credit score won't impact a low credit score won't impact your uh, financing. Okay, it has nothing to do with that. Long as you can prove for the past 90 days you've been bringing in revenue from your side hustle, they are willing to work with you. Now, in terms of some of these here small, they're like merchant cash advance, but some of these here companies, they may not work in all 50 states. So you do have to check and see if they work in all 50 states. But this is definitely a lender. Then another lender I always talking about, in which they are merchant cash advance. So that means that the interest rate is going to be fairly higher than what the banks and credit unions offer, but they offer up to $10,000 in hours. All right. And again, it won't hurt your credit score. Now, in terms of what are the requirements for this, again, basic requirements. Being able to connect your bank account to Plaid or Decision Logic, minimum $1,500. As you can see, you don't have to be making a whole lot of money, and 3 months in the gig economy, or showing that you have 3 months of revenue. So even if you're not working for Uber, Lyft, if you're doing other type of side hustles and stuff like that, so you got freelancers, small businesses, contractors, sellers, and free franchise. So you can be a SD seller, Avon seller. It doesn't matter. As a matter of fact, you can see here, this is the first lender that I've seen that offers loans for people that are in the MLM. So if you're in the MLM and you needing to borrow money, these are the type of lenders you want to look at. All right, and they offer loans up to $10,000. How interesting is that? Now, here's another lender, and this is Giggle Finance. All right, so with Giggle Finance, again, up to $5,000. It's a merchant cash advance, but as we know, has nothing to do with your credit. Instant cash available. All right. Now, in terms of who can qualify for this, there you go. Avon, SD. So if you're in the MLM and you need a loan, this is the place you want to go to. Because here's the thing about it. Most credit unions and banks, if they know you're in the MLM industry, just like SBA, they will not give you a loan because they do not consider MLMs a actual business. All right, so that's what you have to keep in mind. But as you can see here, there's other gig institutions, gig criterias that can actually get you loan. And again, 30 days. Excuse me, not 30 days, 90 days. All right, how do I qualify? 90 days in business. All right. Again, minimum, I would say, if you're in the gig economy, at least $1,500. All right, to qualify for this type of loan. Now, here's another lender, no credit check, and this is PayPal. One of the things that I keep telling people, people are overlooking PayPal. They are making the biggest mistake because they're not leveraging PayPal. Many people are in the side gig economy. Many people are doing their side hustles and they don't have a business bank account open. Oh my goodness, you're missing out on money even if you have bad credit. If you have a business bank account open and you have a business account open with PayPal, PayPal will give you money, okay, without looking at your credit. Now, here's the thing about it. They offer the business loans, right? And so loans go from 5,000 up to 100,000. Okay. Now, and first-time borrowers and up to 150 for repeated borrowers, right? So let's look at the criteria. All you have to do is be bringing in at least 33,000 annually. All right. Now, also making sure you have a PayPal business account. Very simple. Now, here's what I would tell you if you're in the gig economy. Once I structure my business, if you need help with that, you can click the link down below and we can help you do that properly with the right NAICS code. But once you structure your business, okay, then you open up the PayPal business account. Then whatever revenue that you're getting from your side gig, what you want to do is take that money And before you deposit into your business bank account, transfer it over to PayPal and then transfer it over to your business bank account. The reason is because PayPal are looking at your actual deposits and stuff. What this does is put you in position to where they'll start loaning you money without looking at the personal credit. PayPal also has a working capital loan. Okay, so you would have to be in business for at least 90 days. You have to be generating between 15 to 20,000 and have a active PayPal business account or a premier account with PayPal in order to get access to the working capital. To check out is Stripe. Okay, so if you're selling online or offline, but you use their merchant system, then in terms of Stripe, they offer loans with no credit check as well. All right, so they look at the volume of what you're doing, but the eligibility U.S. business with 6 months of processing history. Okay, so they just want you to have at least 6 months processing history. Effective credit rating. Applying for a loan does not require a personal credit check and won't affect your credit score. That's what I mean. Looking at real lenders that are willing to give you a loan without actually looking at your credit. All right. How does Stripe help me build a credit history for my business? Stripe reports loan performance to U.S. business to the Small Business Financial Exchange. See this here, this Small Business Financial Exchange? This is one of the most important business credit bureaus out there because a lot of the major credit bureaus, they get their information from this. This is the reason why I tell you guys, going with like a major bank to open up a account and making your deposit and stuff, because Chase, Citibank, Capital One, American Express, those type of institutions, they report to the Small Business Financial Exchange. So that means that even with lenders like this, when they're pulling data, as a matter of fact, when you go for an SBA loan, they're pulling this data. They're looking at your Small Business Financial Exchange to determine. Now with SBA, sometimes they may pull your Experian business file as well. But definitely they're going to look at your Small Business Financial Exchange file. It's very important. The thing about it with this here 8 figures, what it is they don't look at the credit anyway. They look at volume, okay? And there's no credit check, all right? So in terms of requirements and stuff like that, so their thing is this. This is how 8 figures work, all right? So operation for 12 months. You have to have an annual revenue of 100,000, right? But here's the thing about it. It has nothing to do with your credit. All right? That's what you want. So 100,000 basically is about $8,000. All right? This is about the only one on there that's over $5,000 in revenue that you have to make. All right? But again, nothing to do with the credit. It has nothing to do with the credit. As a matter of fact, it's like a line of credit to be transparent with you, because like when you needing money and stuff like that and you can't get it from the banks and stuff, that's where they step in and they'll give you the loan. There is Shopify. So if you're in the e-commerce and you use the Shopify platform, they will actually give you a loan depending on the volume of your business. Okay, and as you can see here, for each country, it'll tell you whether they offer loan or merchant cash advance. In the United States, they offer loans. Now, again, a personal credit check isn't required when applying to finance through Shopify Capital. So you don't need credit to get these type of loans. You can have bad credit to get these type of loans. This is what I continue to tell you guys, that whenever you need funding, you don't have to rely on your personal credit, but you do have to rely on the business generating revenue. And for a lot of times, these type of lenders, again, you may be making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. You may not be making thousands of dollars like a lot of lenders want you to be making $100,000 a year. A lot of these lenders, there are lenders out there that don't care if you're not making 100,000, but long as you can show proof that you have a consistency of revenue coming into the business, they'll give you a loan. Now, one other lender I want to talk about, and it's through a credit card, and that's Capital One. And it's the Capital One Spark Classic card, okay? And all you need is a 580 credit score for it. Now, just keep this in mind when applying for this here credit card. Again, they look at all three credit bureaus, all right? So they usually use FICO 8. Now, you can freeze one or two of your credit bureaus, and they may just pull from one. Also, the reason that I like this card, even though it reports on both the business and personal, is because if you have a account with Capital One on a personal side that went bad, if that account is over a year, they still may allow you to have this Capital One Spark Business credit card. Okay, so that's the reason that I tell people don't dismiss Capital One, especially if you have bad credit, because they may give you $3,000 or $5,000 for your business as well. All right. Now, for those of you that may have questions about business credit funding, personal credit funding, removing negative items off of credit, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.